Hello everyone, Terry here from my North Texas garden. Well, I haven't done a tour in a few weeks, so I thought I'd do a quick one. Here's my little feverfew that is about to bloom. And that's of course begonia here, along with my little angel. That is my sedum or stonecrop or whatever you want to call it. Down here is skullcap, I believe it is. Over here is a weedy mess. Over here is a weedy mess, but I've got a salvia coming up right there. Over here I've got a dahlia coming up, and then I've got hummingbird mint with it and a lily that's coming up. Over there, sun is really. Over here I've got all my morning glories, and I think that's a weed right there, and drumstick allium and more morning glories. I've got them everywhere. The Turk's cap are coming up, and I've got a couple of 4 o'clocks that my husband wants out of here. And down in here I've got a sunflower and some daylilies. And over here, look at this. My seedlings. These are my zinnias and some cosmos in here. Over here is my cigar plant. Over here is a dahlia, little dahlia. Over here is the pincushion flower. I'll see if I can get that to show. Why is it? There we go. Should pop out really purpley blue. It's just got a bunch of them in there in the whole pot there. Look at this. There's my pride and joy. I love that salvia right there. Over here, I have some veronica that's coming up. And look at the beautiful, beautiful dianthus. And there's my Texas rock rose. Over here, of course, is my hellebores. I absolutely love these things. And they stay green all winter. And over here is another salvia. Down in here, I've got petunias and calla lilies. Those calla lilies look awful. And I accidentally think I've got a sunflower in there. Got a penstemon. I don't know if that thing's going to make it. They never make it for me. Oh, of course, and here is the beautiful salvia that the hummingbird has just, look at this ginormous thing. He is always on that. He just absolutely loves it. And I got a little one down here, little salvia. And there's that plant I didn't know the name of, but I put a video with it. And down here, I've got some lilies and some cardinal flower. And over here, I've got the gomphrena, the firecracker, truffula, gomphrena. Down here is more of the dahlias and another cigar bush. The only reason I have these cigar bushes is because the hummingbirds love them. More salvia over here. And here's that beautiful heliotrope. And on my table, it's a mess, y'all. I'm sorry. I've got these beautiful purple, like clover, I forget, oxalis. And then geraniums. That's really a pink and not a red. It looks red on here. And the purple one over there. And here's, of course, the beautiful, beautiful begonia. Beautiful, beautiful begonia. Look at that. Absolutely love that. And here's some more begonia that I've started for my daughter. Got a little shrimp plant over here. And over there is more of a raggedy little cigar plant. Down over here I have some more of that heliotrope that I took cuttings. Back there is the bleeding heart and some daylilies. And then of course here's some lilies. And this right here is the purple skullcap that the hummingbirds loved last year. And then I also have a stilbe in here too. All my ferns are starting to come up. And my beautiful Rosa Sharons. And another one. Down here is just a bunch of gladiolas, and I think there's a couple of irises in there. I'm disappointed. My irises, I don't know why they don't grow. And then, of course, I've got more of the Rosa Sharons, bunches of iris. Looks like there's a bloom on one of them right here. And then more of the Rosa Sharon. And over here, I did go ahead and plant a few of the gladiolas over there too. And of course, it's a weedy mess. Got a sunflower growing in the middle of the yard. I got a few plants here that I started for my daughters. And then, of course, and those chairs are for my daughters. And then down here, I've got the mum, that really pretty pink mum, my miniature roses. I'm having trouble with aphids on these things. And look at the little ajuga blooming. Ooh, isn't he pretty? And then here's that African daisy. And again, issues with those things on there. More ajuga. I planted some forget-me-nots in there, but nope, not coming up. And here, of course, is one of my favorite plants, the fuchsia. Here's the little white and yellow mum. And then over here is the purple, what is that thing? Bacopa. And look at this. This is my endless summer hydrangea. And it is about to bloom. And here's a different hydrangea that is not about to bloom yet. I forget the name of that one. Another hellebore back there. Over here, I've got some pansies and some petunias. And over here's more salvia, of course. And here's those pretty little pink daisies. And the big white daisies, they're going to be coming out soon. Another mum down there. I think that's a light pink one. Oh, check this one out. He snuck in that bucket. Over here is another hydrangea that it does have some buds on it as well. So I'm excited. I think this one's a red one. And it looks like I've got a morning glory coming up down there. Yay. And there's another Rosa Sharon here. Went to Callaway's the other day, and I got this little bat face plant. The hummingbirds really like that when that gets big. And here's my clematis. As you see, it all bloomed out on this side. But look up here. Look up here. Look at these pretties. And over here. And over here. And the purple ones. And here's another little rose bush, the mini rose bush. Again, I'm really having problems with the, I don't know if it's spider mites or the aphids. I'm going to have to, I guess, spray it. I hate to use chemicals with hummingbirds around. Look at these seed heads from these clematis. And there's that little thing. And back over here, let me go on this side. Here's my little pot, my big pot that I planted up. I got at Ollie's. It's got petunias and angelonia and the firecracker plant that's not doing that good. And then the sedum here. And look at this beautiful pot of petunias that I got on clearance. And I've got gladiolas in here along with some more salvia and amaryllis, more of the begonia. And I got this thing the other day. That's, of course, celosia. And I planted in this flower bed right next to the greenhouse, I planted lilies and gladiolas and a couple of other little bulbs in there. And here's more of that hummingbird mint. And there's my little hummingbird flag. And look at this begonia. This is supposed to be a cascading begonia. I can't wait to see the flowers cascading out of there. Over here, whoo, that sun. Over here is my mini rose. I'm having to put by the marigolds to put in the bottoms of these to try to help with this issue I'm having, if you can tell. Look at that. Anyway, and then there's the other little mini rose. Boy, that sun is so bright. And of course, here's more of the fuchsia. Wow, that color, because the sun is just bright. And then I've got more petunias and ajuga over there. Look at this rose. Ooh, pretty. This is the one that gets 8 foot tall. This one here. No, I think it actually gets 10 foot. It's huge. Anyway, but it's got several blooms on it. And then back over here, I've just got random things growing. My husband, oh, anyway. And then I've got more salvia. Of course, salvia is my workhorse in this garden. More salvia. And here's more of the ajuga with the pretty purple flowers. Love it. And little bud. Pretty, pretty, pretty roses. Getting big. It's going to be big and bushy. And so again, I'm doing, I've got Thai basil there with some more marigolds. I'm trying to stop our bug problem. I don't know what's with the aphids this year. Anyway, and look at this. I have a tomato plant, 2 of them actually, that came out of my little bed that I had them in last year over there. So I went ahead and put some marigolds and Thai basil in there. And here's an amaryllis. Look, it's got a bud gonna come out on it right there. And this thing, I'm gonna have to repot. It's not looking so happy, but look at these beautiful flowers. Oh my word. And of course I did the same thing on this side. I put gladiolas, and you know what? I didn't put any lilies on this side. I can't believe I didn't do that. And I just bought this little gomphrena the other day at Callaway's. And look at this salvia. Love this pretty color. And I put some sunflower seeds in here. And the squirrels, they've already tried to beat it up. And I put them sticks in there just to kind of keep them from digging in there. I know that's ugly, but you know, the things you have to do to fight squirrels. I got another amaryllis, and it's not looking too hot. I don't know if it made it or not. I've got some vinca here, and if I'm not mistaken, this is pentas, and there's another amaryllis. And here is my balloon flower, my blue balloon flower that's coming up, another salvia. And then here's the coral nymph salvia. Isn't that color just so pretty? And here's my other new clematis that I got the other day. And I'm trying to get it to go up and over the greenhouse. I think that'll be so pretty. And then, of course, I've got my pretty little alyssum down here with a stone crop or sedum. And, of course, the petunias and more of the alyssum in a different color. And look at this, guys. A little strawberry plant. Let me see if I can't get that to focus. Look at that. Look at these. Little strawberry plants. And little strawberries down in and under there. Isn't that cool? Uh-huh. I see you. Yes, sir. Little troublemaker. Wow. He ran from me. I don't know why he did that. He's not scared of me. He always comes back here anyway. And then I've got a hibiscus here with some blooms on it. And some bushes back here. And then, of course, I got the rooster in the background. And over here, I have the purple phlox here with some lilies. I've got lilies coming up in here, and there's some more phlox that's not doing great. I've got a wine cup down here and it's kind of shut for the night, but they're so pretty. And I just planted some coneflowers. Oh, I hope they make it. The squirrels already dug them 2 or 3 times. And then here I've got some Evolvulus blue with some a mum, and then I got a little rose bush back here. This back here is looking pretty pitiful, but this has those clovers that have the pretty little pink flowers as well. There's some lilies in that bucket, and of course, look at that. I have to put ugly wire back over there to take care of my hostas that I have in that pod. They were trying to dig them all out, these little squirrels. Oh, and here's my bed of yarrow that's been here since I moved into this house. Anyways, I planted a few seeds in here. There's a Cosmo right there. And I think there's some zinnia and some salvia in there. And my little boxwoods down by my dogs. And in here, I've got more salvia. More of this salvia. And I've got some bee balm right back over here. And of course there's that rose over there. Got some wild sunflowers from the bird's little thing there. Look at this little rose bush. This is one of those mini rose bushes. My daughter got this for me probably 3 years ago for Christmas. And it's just so cute. I got more lilies in the mint over here. And I've got gladiolas and daylilies. And over here's where me and my daughter planted that one ground rose. And it is starting to bloom like crazy now. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's just starting to bloom. And look at this big old thing right here. This is that butterfly bush I had in the front by my door for the longest time. And it's getting some buds on it here, but they're real pretty, the purple buds. And then I got all kinds of stuff in there, and the same over here. And then I have another rose bush down here, and over here is the Texas sage, and my poor little lavender. It fell over. Well, it actually broke right there in the middle, and I need to get something to tie it up with. But the bees have been having a feast on this thing. Look, can you see them? I said, yes, I love it. And then my peony, it has seen better days. We had rain, and it just tore them up. But here's one that's still kind of, oops. If I can get it to focus, here's one that's still really pretty. And they smell amazing. They smell so pretty. Get it up there. And then I got another cigar plant here. And there's another peony down here, but it's not doing as well as the other one. But anyway, so that's just a little tour. I don't know why my phone does not focus sometimes. But there's the mini roses and the big rose there, and then of course the greenhouse with all kinds of stuff, and around over here. Isn't that pretty? So come in a little closer and you can just see from this side how everything's growing. So pretty. Well, okay, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and please watch my channel, watch my videos, help me grow my channel, and have a beautiful, blessed day. God bless, and thank you once again. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful, blessed day. God bless.